Ooh, doggies. All right. This is Dr. Foster, and I am having chest pains. I've done so many readings today. Ugh, it hurts. I am about to do one of the live pick readings, and you guys can stick around and watch it. After this is finished, I will then upload it to YouTube so that you're able to go back and watch it, because lives just aren't playable again. So after this is finished, I'm going to, again, put the link here in another video so be able to follow it and actually go watch the live if you wish to do so. But this is the second person chosen from my drawing that I did a couple weeks ago for a live reading, and she's going to be calling in a moment from quite a ways away, a long distance away, which is the awesomeness of online communication. It makes us all so super global. And you know what the first thing is with when I'm reading for someone or talking to someone who has a completely different accent is, how different do I sound to them? Like, what do I sound like to this person? Because I obviously have an accent too. I think it's pretty funny. So let's see. Just waiting for her to call, and then we'll get started with that. All right. I hope everybody had really good holidays, good Hanukkah, good Christmas, and make sure you're safe. Stay safe for the new year. Be vigilant when you're driving. Just be careful when you're out. Ladies, if you're going out at the bars, you know those little, get some stockings and throw it over your cup so nobody can drop shit in there. Okay, here we go. Hello? Oh, you're not my reading? I have a reading calling right now. I thought you were her. I can't talk. Okay, bye-bye. Not the right person. But she's on a huge time difference. So, but what I was saying was, get an old stocking, or a clean one, of course, and cut it and drop it over your bottle or your glass lid, so that as vigilant as we try to be when we're out and about, it keeps you safe. So nobody can drop anything in your drink when you look away or turn away. But don't leave your drinks alone, ladies, because bad things happen, and we don't want bad things to happen. Okay, so I'm going to explain everything when she calls, and then I'm going to get going. It's going to be about a 15-minute reading. I am breaking into the new year and finishing all of my private readings, and then I do intend on getting on and doing singular readings. I'm telling you, I still have a stack like this of printed off names of people who had requested at the very beginning for a reading, and it just became overwhelming. There's so many people asking for readings. And then I go back through comments, and here she is. Okay, here we go. Hello. How are you? I'm good. Okay, so this is live right now on TikTok, but no one can hear your voice. Nobody knows who you are, so it's anonymous. And then after this is finished, I'm going to upload this live video to YouTube, so then you can go back and watch it as well if you prefer, and see what's going on my side while I was reading you. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I pace when I'm reading people. So I'm following energy, so I kind of move around while I'm doing this. The first thing that I'm going to do is find your energy, and then I will start the reading. And when I'm doing this, I get the information from God, from spirit guides, and from people who've passed over. And I basically, I test the spirits through the information. So I don't allow questions until I'm finished. And hopefully your questions are answered then, if you have any, before I actually allow those questions to be asked. That way it's a clean reading, and I am not privy to anything that's going on in your life, and put it that way. Okay, so it'll be explained first to you symbolically, and then I'll explain what it means. So you'll kind of get a double whammy of that. All right, so let's see. Sure. Let me ask you this too, on a very generic, no questions, no specificity. Do you prefer that I focus more on the spiritual things, or do you want more earthly things? Just one or the other? Because normally I'll kind of wander around, but in 15, 20 minutes, it's getting right to the point, I guess, or wanting me to get right to more earthly or temporal, so either spiritual or temporal stuff. Perfect. Okay, so we'll go with that. All right. All right, so let me just find you, find your energy. I have to get the camera out of my way real quick and out of my view. All right, so where are you at? And then I'll start your time. So just hold on one second and let me find you. Okay. All right, so I see you. I just need to see what you're doing. All right. That's interesting. I'm watching it to make sure I get it correct. Huh. All right. So the first thing that I normally look for everyone is a beach. The beach represents safety, security, and grounding. It's where my guides have taught me to understand them and what's going on in a person's world, the symbolisms and things. And water of any kind represents issues, but it can also represent opportunity, just depends on how it presents. So as I'm watching, I'm just making sure, I was thinking, I heard someone go, how do we know, somebody who's watching this just asked, how do we know that she's actually talking to someone on the phone? I'm just thinking, how can I prove that you're on the phone here without giving away who you are? Hold on. I want you to just go, woohoo. Hold on 1 second, okay? Hold on. I just want you to, and I'll tell you when to do it. Okay. Go ahead and do yoo-hoo. Oh, they can't hear you. You're not on speaker. Hold on. Okay, do it now.
I'm here.
All right. Okay, speaker off. And I'm going to plug you back in here. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, so explaining again the water. You can hear me all right? Okay. So the water, again, can represent opportunity. It just depends on how it presents. So the first thing that your guides show me before I even get to the beach, though, is that there is a cliffy side or a riverbank. It's rocky, almost sharp, like a coral or something that's been washed and knocked quite a bit by the water. And you are the colors are kind of darker and darker gray, and you are barefoot, you're in shorts, and you have 1 foot up on the bank. You're holding on with your left hand to the side, and you're reaching in, and you are, I don't know what kind of cup or a shell or something that you've got in your hand, and you're scooping up water, and you're going here, 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 and you're handing things of water to people up higher on the bank. And I'm going to tell you right now, my guides have been amazing lately with new visions and new things that they've been giving. And this is one of them. So first off, you're in a precarious situation. You are down, almost falling in the water, and you are using every resource available to help get water to people, which tells me that part of your soul, part of your soul's purpose is to provide opportunities to people who would not be able to obtain them themselves. So you're going to, regardless of what you do in life, you're going to find that a lot of your purpose and things that maybe it is job related, maybe you're out there finding people new homes for a living, but in the way that they're showing it is regardless of what you do, you will be put into situations and places that put you as the bridge from providing this water, this opportunity to people who can't have the strength, who don't have the strength or the ability to lower themselves the way you have. Now, this is important because it makes you look at what is brought to you a different way and the opportunities, even if it's a volunteerism or even if it's just something that, hey, I'm really busy. I don't know if I have time for this, but Sure, I can run and get this for you, or I can do there is little things to pay attention to now. And that little seed that is planted is just enough that will allow your guides to be like, okay, she's aware. Now we can start throwing her things, and she's paying attention to those little opportunities that would be maybe otherwise overlooked because we're like, oh, I don't have time. But now I know that you can't do this, so I'm going to help you with this opportunity, if that makes sense. So this is something really important. If not for your entire life, it is definitely important for the new year. So pay attention to those that come to you. Now, you're barefoot. Barefoot means that nothing is holding you back. Right now, there is nothing external to you that is saying, hey, you can't do this, or why would you do this? This is stupid. It's basically saying that with no shoes on, you might ask someone like, should I do this? Should I cut my hair? Should I wear these jeans? Should I go down this trip? Should I meet this person? Instead of giving you what they think is their best advice, they're going to say something along the line of, well, just, I know you can do it, or you're going to look great, or have fun. They're not going to definitively give you anything, because this is a time right now of free will decision where your guides are going to be, and God is going to be putting these things in front of you and saying, we can't have her falling back on anybody and saying, well, you told me to, or you said these would look good, or it's that thing. So it is a learning process right now going on. And normally those learning processes will last about 2 weeks time. And you'll find that you go in and out of waves of learning and accepting and giving and taking. So it's like an ebb and flow of occurrences and events that we go through. So right now, everything that happens, good or bad, is because of you. So that also is a time to really sit back and go, okay, so if I do this, this will occur. Am I okay with it happening? It's really going to take some forethought in all of the things that you're pursuing at this point. And again, I'm saying for about I'm just going to tell you through the new year, because it's about 2 weeks that they're giving this to me, but the new moon is coming up, and then we've got the new year, lots of closure. So I'm going to tell you through this portion of the year, the remainder of it, do what feels right, do what feels good in your heart, do what you know will allow you to fall asleep at night and rest well. Do your best, do the best that you can and the best of your abilities. Those are the things you really want to be mindful of for the rest of this year. Okay, so I'm going to pull you out of there, which I do, and I'm going to drop you. You're asking about the spiritual stuff. So I'm going to put you down on your beach. So picking you up and dropping you on your beach. When I do that, you're barefoot. You are barely clothed. Now, keep in mind, just so you're reassured, I don't see people naked. If people are naked, they show up more as a ball of light, and then I know they have no restrictive clothing on. But you're very minimal clothing. Like the outfit is very skin toned. And as soon as I set you down, girl, these giganto pink wings fly out of your back. Like they almost look holographic. They aren't physically in your back, but they are letting me know that you're incarnate angelic being in this world. Now, this may help to make some sense as to why you are constantly surrounded by people and situations that are lost, abusive, drug addicted, troublesome, just problematic, and why they are attracted to you. Because people such as yourself and millions of people who are incarnate angelic beings are awakening right now. Not woke. Woke is a bad thing. Not being woke is bad. Awakening is awesomeness. So the difference is when you are an incarnate angel, it's because at some point you were up there and you're like, hey, I need to get down there and help these people. And I'm willing to give up my wings to do it. So there's that. This fact that you are here, unable to say no because you're always trying to help people, constantly attracting the bad situations and relationships to you. And also what you want to make sure is that you're protecting your energy. You have to protect your energy from these people and these situations because you give it so easily and you're so genuine and so generous with your energy that you have to protect yourself. Now, the wings being pink, this is telling me that you're also going through a physical healing right now. They're addressing the chest or breast area, and they're saying that you have a healing happening around you right now that could deal with any kind of deformed or dense tissues, and that would deal with both breast tissue and with the lungs. So you're dealing across the chest with a healing that is happening. And also to not worry, do not worry. It's a spiritual healing, at the same time protective, but that you're dealing with a physical healing. So if you've had a cough or anything chronic, anything ongoing with any tissue, do not worry. They're saying, don't worry. So if you go in for a mammogram next week and they're like, oh, you need to come back, don't worry about it. It's just dense tissue. It's nothing serious, okay? They're reassuring you of that. They're reassuring you of that. Okay. So let's take a peek here at what you're doing now. Okay, so now as I stepped back, I can hear ka-dunk, 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 like a boat is hitting your beach, and I kind of drew myself back so I could get a bigger picture. And you're like, hold on 1 second, just wait. Hold on 1 second. So this is saying. We can't go just in the water. We can't just walk into the water and find fulfillment. The water represents this huge expanse of opportunity, but we need everything properly in order to go out there and actually make something of it. If you just get in the water and start swimming, you're going to get tired. You're probably going to go under. And so I always tell people, don't be in a rush. Don't lean onto your own understanding and just be like, I see this, I'm going to go for it and get in the water, because you're going to drown. Or you're going to think, well, this was a failure and I'm not supposed to do this, so I'll look somewhere else. The reality of it is basically God is saying, look, there's a boat. Go out in the boat. It's time for you to head out on the water. And the thing is as I'm doing this, your energy is telling me, but I can't because people need me. Okay, girl, I'm going to tell you what. You're probably always in your position going to be needed. Always. You're always going to be needed. But you cannot put your life on hold for those that are unwilling to follow or find you where you are, because you have your own purpose as well. You came here to achieve a lot of different things. And in order to accomplish those things, you have to keep moving forward. You just have to keep. And so this opportunity, this boat that's sitting here means that you had everything you needed to bake a cake. And now God has given you the eggs to go and bake that cake properly. Get in the boat, stop procrastinating, stop hesitating, stop thinking that you moving forward is going to screw up everybody's life. Get in the boat and go out and see what it is. Now, normally water will represent progress when it comes to earthly things, such as a job position or an earthly relationship. And finally, bringing about that in a manifestation of success. That's what going out of the water means. It's funny, too, because you're such an independent person. Like, you really are. You don't really need anybody. You want people around you. You don't need them. There's a difference. There's a total difference between, oh my gosh, I need you so much, to, I really don't need you, but I really want you with me. I want you around. It's a different way that people feel with both of those. And so some people need to be needed. Some people just want to be wanted. And there's a difference in that. And so you have to identify who do you want around you? You have to identify who needs you more than you need them. Why do they need you? Is it a legitimate reason? Do they need you because they're afraid of their own successes? It's time for you to also slough off and just allow those relationships that need you so much but are not progressing. You've done all you can. And sometimes people need to be left hanging to figure out that they're strong enough to pick themselves up. And it seems like you have a little bit of that going on around you. This goes for children as well. You know, we love our children. We do what we can. But we also have to make sure that they are capable of lifting themselves up at times as well. And so right now it's a time for you to discern those situations and those relationships and figure out what weight is preventing you from moving up and moving forward. And it's really not that much because, again, they show you barefoot, being able to make your own decisions right now. But your heart is what keeps you in places that you have outgrown because of your sympathy and compassion for others. Okay. And, you know, I once saw a meme where there was a hand and it's holding on to a rope, and the rope is obviously squeezing and they're holding on desperately to it. And the caption was, sometimes it hurts more to hold on than it is to let go. And so that is super important to realize, that we struggle to hang on so tightly sometimes to certain things, but it really comes down to, it's hurting me to hold on to this. Like, my hand is ripping and bleeding. I have to let go. And there's nothing wrong with that. People need to let go of their ego thinking that they have to solve everything. That's just human. We all do it, including myself. Okay, so let me see here. I know I've got other readings and so forth, so I want to make sure. I got a couple minutes. I know my next reading is going to be clicking in, but I'm going to just keep going, and I'll explain to them later why I was a few minutes over. So you do have a female figure really quickly. She came through before, but not enough for me to identify. But you do have a female figure coming through that she's waving. She's way up on the dune, and she's waving you up. She's telling you to come say hello. This feels like it feels like a motherly figure or someone who would be like an older best friend. So, and it feels like when I'm around her, she's also pink. There's a lot of pink around her. She smells like hot sugar, spun sugar. This represents the heavenly smell. And so the T is you, but I also think that she has a T sound or T or ch sound around her. And I had to watch for a second and listen, but it looks like a blue butterfly. It looks blue, indigo. I don't think it's purple so much, but it looks maybe blue or periwinkle. And she wants me to identify this as a symbol of who she is and having passed. And that, what is that? That looks like, I'm not sure if it's, what she showed me was what looked like a bracelet or a necklace that's beaded, but then she put it around her wrist, she put it around her ankle. So I'm wondering if it's like a bracelet of some kind that would be acknowledged by her. It feels either old or spiritual, ancient, symbolic. It feels very, not just a piece of jewelry that you would just buy in a store and wear. It feels meaningful. It feels like it would, ritualistic. Does that make sense? It does. Okay, good. All right. So she's acknowledging that. And then pepper. I know that sounds weird. I'm just going to say it. The word pepper comes through. So I don't know if it's a name for an animal or that she wants me to acknowledge it. But she said pepper. So I've learned, just say the weirdness. I want to see something else here. She puts her hands together. She feels, I'm wondering if this, again, maternal side of the family. I had said mom at first, but the way she just put her hands together and pulled them apart, and she created like a big fireball. Oh, there's my other reading. Okay, and she created like this giant fireball in her hand and sets it down in front of her and then steps aside. And then you kind of want to, like you're drawn to it like a moth to a flame. And I thought, wow, she feels shamanistic. She feels holy or something. There's something about her that I think almost like some incarnate aspect of a person that you've known in this life that was greater than just the human that she was. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know any other way to explain that. She would have been here in a human form, but she would have had much greater connection spiritually or shamanistically, because she makes it feel like this is someone you knew in life, on the maternal side of the family. She gave the you're a T, but it feels like she was also talking about her being a T initial or a TH or CH. And then she puts that ball of flames right down there and you're walking to it. I just want to make sure I'm understanding this properly before I open my mouth. But her energy is like really holy feeling, shamanistic, celestial. The thing about that, not only are you drawn to it, so there's two aspects of this. One, again, like a moth to a flame. So you're being drawn to something naturally, characteristically. It's part of who you are. Be careful of that. Be careful of finding that, you know what? This is the type of person or the type of habit or situation that I normally do. So it must be normal and it must be good. Not always. If you recognize it and you're like, I recognize that person. I recognize their behaviors. I see little nuances and I know that's not good. I see this situation. I've been through this before. I don't want to live it again. It's that kind of a thing that she's kind of letting you know. Use your previous understanding and go, I don't need to walk through this flame. I'm going to get zapped if I do because it's bad. It also means do not
end things prematurely right now. Because what will happen, what we do is, if we don't give situations that we're in the benefit of the doubt or the opportunity to grow with us, what happens is we go, I'm done, I'm out of here, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to have my tantrum and leave, boop-a-doop-a-doo, and we leave. And then we get out and we're like, oh, man, I missed the situation, or, oh, I should have fixed it, or that was stupid, I really didn't want to quit that. So, hey, will you take me back? No, that's what that's saying. That's what is going on here. You want it to be that when you find situations and relationships are no longer working, what you do is you say, this is what I need. This is what I require right now. My growth, my purpose, my want, and my desire. Can you accommodate this in my life and our life, like to an employer, to a personal relationship, to a family member? It doesn't matter. We give them the benefit of the doubt by telling them, this is what I need. I'm not getting enough of this. I want to do this. You're not allowing me to do this. Can you do this? Can you allow me to do this? It's all of those things. You want to really voice all of those things so this person can then look at you and go, absolutely, I agree. I will make that happen. I see where you're coming from. Or they look at you and go, no, absolutely no way in hell is any of that happening. Then you know you can safely clear your hands and turn around and walk away, and the explosion behind you happens, and there is nothing there to see. You know that you've done everything you can. There's no reason to turn around and go back. So there are several things that she's telling you that right now you will start to encounter, to be aware of, to pay attention to. Okay, hopefully all that makes sense. I just didn't just bombard you. Okay, it does. Okay, definitely. Do you have any questions or anything I can answer for you? I did. Excellent. Excellent. Well, if that's the case, if I've explained it all, that's the whole purpose behind letting God answer the questions before you ask them. Only He knows what's in your heart and mind. So, excellent. Well, I'm going to take this video. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Thank you for the time difference. Excellent. Well, watch for the video. I'm going to put the link in there, and then you'll be able to go onto YouTube and you'll be able to go and watch that from my perspective. Oh, you're very welcome. Happy New Year. Stay safe. Stay healthy. All right. Take care. Bye. Bye. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Watch for the video, and I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to be doing a live for you all, reading you guys, and then I'm going to do all my little one-on-one 1-minute doodads with you guys. So comment if you want a reading as well, and I'm going to be watching for all of those. Take care. God bless. Bye.